You ever lose track of time? Not like forgetting what day it is. I mean those strange moments where the clock says one thing, but your brain insists something else happened. Most of us brush those moments off. But there was one flight where every single clock agreed something impossible had happened, and no one on board remembers it. This story is about Flight 702. Flight 702 was nothing special. A small regional jet, about 60 passengers, routine hop between two cities barely an hour apart. The kind of flight where most people don't even bother opening their laptops. Take off, sip a drink, start the descent. That's it. The crew had flown the route dozens of times. The captain had nearly 15,000 hours in the air. Nothing about that evening suggested anything unusual. Weather was clear, no turbulence expected, smooth flight plan. Flight 702 took off at 7:42 p.m. And for the first 20 minutes, everything went exactly as expected. Air traffic control tracked the plane normally, altitude steady, speed normal, heading perfect. Then, at 8:03 p.m., Flight 702 vanished. Not gradually, not with static or warning. It simply disappeared from radar. 1 second it was there, the next second, nothing. Controllers tried raising the aircraft immediately. Flight 702, confirm altitude. No response. They tried again. Flight 702, do you copy? Silence. Now radar dropouts can happen, but they almost always come back within seconds. 30 seconds passed. Still nothing. 1 minute. 2 minutes. Now the tension in the control tower started to grow, because if a plane disappears from radar for more than a couple minutes, something has gone very wrong. 5 minutes passed. No radar. No radio response. Controllers were preparing to declare an emergency when suddenly, at 8:11 p.m., the blip reappeared. Exactly where the aircraft should have been. Same altitude, same speed, same heading, like it had never left. Air traffic control contacted them again. Flight 702, radar contact restored. Please confirm status. The captain answered immediately. Calm, normal. Everything's fine up here. The controller paused. You're off radar for 8 minutes. The captain sounded confused. No, we weren't. According to the cockpit instruments, the flight had been continuous. No radio outages, no system failures, nothing. Just smooth flying. The aircraft landed normally at 8:29 p.m., taxiing to the gate like any other routine flight. Passengers gathered their bags, phones powered back on, seatbelt signs dinged. Just another uneventful regional flight, until the ground crew stepped on board. The first thing they noticed was the clocks. Every digital display in the aircraft. The cockpit clock, the cabin clock, the onboard computer systems. All of them were 8 minutes ahead. Exactly 8. Maintenance assumed it was a synchronization glitch, but then the crew checked something else. The flight data recorder. It showed a gap. Exactly 8 minutes missing. The passengers, however, reported nothing unusual. No turbulence, no blackout, no strange sounds. Just a normal flight. Until one woman stood up near the front of the plane. She was staring out the window toward the terminal, and a man standing near the gate. A man holding flowers. He looked relieved, excited, like someone waiting for someone he loved. He waved when he saw her, but the woman didn't wave back. Instead, she turned to the flight attendant and asked a question that stopped the entire cabin. She pointed to the man and said quietly, "Who is that?" The flight attendant assumed she meant his name. "That's your husband, ma'am." The woman's face went pale. No, it isn't. The man outside the window was still smiling, still waving, clearly expecting her. But the woman began shaking her head. I've never seen that man before. The airline later confirmed she had boarded the plane with that same man. Security footage showed them checking in together, laughing, holding hands. The boarding pass even listed him as her emergency contact. They had been married for 9 years. But standing there in the aisle of Flight 702, she insisted she had never met him. Doctors examined her later that night. No head injury, no concussion, no neurological issues. Her memory of everything before the flight was perfectly intact. Childhood, career, friends, family, everything. Except him. He had simply been erased. Investigators tried to reconstruct the missing 8 minutes, but radar showed nothing. No altitude change, no course deviation. The aircraft hadn't moved differently at all. It was just gone for 8 minutes. The captain later admitted something strange, something he hadn't mentioned at first. During the period when radar said the plane vanished, he remembered noticing the sky. It had looked wrong, too dark, like twilight had suddenly dropped over the aircraft. But the instruments said it was still evening. Clear skies, normal conditions, so he ignored it. The woman from seat 14A never regained the memory of her husband. Even years later, photos meant nothing to her. Videos meant nothing. To her, he was a stranger everyone insisted she loved. The official report blamed radar malfunction, system error, clocks misaligned, data glitch, case closed. But there's one detail investigators never explained: the flight data recorder. When analysts slowed down the timeline, they found something odd. Right before the 8-minute gap, the aircraft microphone picked up a sound, not from the cockpit and not from the cabin. Something else. A low hum, deep, vibrating through the entire aircraft. Then silence. Then the recording resumed. 8 minutes later. And if you look closely at the airport security footage that night, there's something else. Something almost no one noticed. When the woman stepped off the plane, the man waiting at the gate hugged her, like a husband greeting his wife. But her expression wasn't confusion anymore. It was fear. Because as she looked at him, for just a moment, it looked like he didn't recognize her either. Flight 702 landed safely. No damage, no injuries, no explanation. Just 8 missing minutes. And 2 people who stepped onto the same flight together and walked off as strangers. So the next time you look out the window during a flight and the sky seems just a little darker than it should be, you might want to check the clock. Because sometimes planes don't just pass through the clouds. Sometimes they pass through something else. And if you're unlucky, you might come back missing more than just time.